Hi, I'm Kitze and I'm going to show you how to quickly make amazing thumbnails for YouTube without putting in too much effort. So this is my thumbnail template. This is what it looks like. I'm using an app called photop.com, which is like an open source. I'm not sure if it's open source, but it's a free Photoshop alternative that you can access in the browser. And I've used an arc boost here in order to remove the ads that appear on the right side because they're very annoying. So how I do my thumbnails, I take a picture. So right now you can see I'm filming these videos right now, and I took like 2 pictures for thumbnails. Usually I don't even take pictures from my videos. I'll try to scrub my video and try to find like a still from my video that I would use as my thumbnail. But for the last few videos, I think it's just easier if I just take a picture and then, I'm pointing at something and I have the microphone away, and it's like a little bit easier to make a thumbnail that way. But anyway, it might be a still from your video, or you might take a special picture. Now what I'm going to do is just go quick actions, remove background, or I can use Raycast to just do remove background, which is like a bit quicker because it's not from the keyboard, but it's doing the same API from Apple. So now we have this with the background removed, and I don't know why it takes so long to load an image file. Apple, get your shit together. And then we have this one with the background not removed. So I'm going to take these and just put them into Yoink by pressing Command and Y, and they should be dropped in my Yoink. So I'm going to close that, and then from Yoink I'm going to drop them in here. So let's just drop them on top. Waiting for them to load. So we have these 2 images. So I'm going to delete the previous images, the one that's here, that's the previous thumbnails. So I'm going to take the thumbnail without the background and put it on the bottom, and I'm going to take the thumbnail, with the background on the bottom, and the thumbnail without the background over here. And then I'm going to enable this layer, and I'm going to enable this layer, and boom, you can see like this already looks better than just having a thumbnail that looks like this. This looks like very bland, like it doesn't look like a YouTube thumbnail, but this seems good ish for someone who's not a designer, and without spending much time, you can have a thumbnail that looks like this. Now, let me just walk you through the layers and what's happening here, and maybe if enough people comment about this, I'll just share the PSD so you can use the same type of logic. So if I just disable all the layers, I'm going to show you layer by layer what's going on. So first we have the background. And then on top of that background, we want to make it colorful like this. We want to make the background colored, and we want to apply background and contrast. So we have like a colored background. Now on top, we apply the transparent layer. So when we add this, we can actually have a different color and styling for the layer on top. So my face basically and my body won't be colored, only the background will be colored because this is the layer that's without the background. And then on that layer, we add this brightness and contrast. But as you can see, there's this like line here. I don't know what this is called. It's called clipping mask. So when you enable a clipping mask in Photoshop or Photop or whatever, it basically applies that adjustment only to the layer below. So it doesn't apply it to all of these layers over here. It only applies the brightness and contrast to this layer over here. So this looks, as you can see, a little bit, well, I don't know why I cannot disable this, but it looks a little bit better than just the image without, without any effects on it. And then on top, I started adding this recently because this way it's easier to just show some text on top of this if it looks like this. So I don't know I think this is a bug, honestly. Like, I don't know what's going on with Photop, but I think this is a bug, or I have something pressed on my keyboard maybe. So I'm going to save this template and then try to reload Photop, or maybe they're screwing with me because I had disabled the ads. I don't know. So save as PSD. Hopefully it saves. Okay, here. Productivity. Oh shit. Why is this dictating, dude? What? Oh, I have this voice control. I was experimenting with this. Maybe it was because of that this is happening. Yeah, because of voice dictation, disable voice dictation when you're recording. Note for me. So like going back to the layers, you can see like this looks very bland, but if I apply the brightness and contrast on top of my face, it looks a little bit better. And then we have like this layer on top, which I try to make it match the background. So if the background is pink, we also want to make this pink. So now this way, when I display some text, you can see this is not very readable, but if I have this layer on top, like it's a little bit more readable and it makes sense. So now everything is clear. I might as well remove this bass guitar here because it's going to give me the entire wall for icons and stuff. And now if like I'm planning for this video to make something, I don't know what was the last video, something about conversion or whatever. So I'm going to say here, let's just delete that. Like, I don't know what is going on. So I'm going to try to wrap up this video without doing new things. It's like, I honestly don't know what's going on with my keyboard shortcuts and stuff. But basically, that's it. Then I save this. And if I have some icons, like I'll download, I don't know, the icons from the programs that I'm using, or some emojis usually work in thumbnails, and just dump it here on the right side or somewhere else. And the cool thing about this transparent thingy is I've used emoji in the past just popping behind my body, because you have like the front, which is the body, and the back, which is the background. And in between, like behind, you can put some text, or you can put some emoji to make the thumbnail pop a bit more. Let's say it that way. So I hope this was useful to you. And if it was, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because this is, if you know me from my other 17 million channels. This is a new one. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.